Hey everyone, this is Alice Bull, and we're here for Scrapbook Live. Now, this is a session that I do once a month, and I just have everybody join in. Anybody that wants to come is welcome to join. You just have to be on my email list so that you get the link. And I'm a pretty good, for not spamming because, oh, my inbox alone is insane. But because I hate spam, I don't spam. I send very few, but I like to think of as maybe not important, but important to scrapbooking kind of messages. They're maybe not worldwide importance, but they're important to me. So I try to send fun things, educational things, stuff that's happening. That's the only kind of thing. So it's fairly safe. Plus, at the bottom of every one of my emails is that unsubscribe box. So you're the boss. If you're like, I don't want these anymore, just hit that button and you're off the list. And then if you change your mind and you're like, no, I really want it to be on that, you have to go back and subscribe again. So it's all good. Anyways, thanks so much for being here. Oh, I should mention, if you're not subscribed, so you're catching this on the replay or something, or you're not actually on my main list, go to scraphappy.org. Not orb, that wouldn't work. scraphappy.org/subscribe, and that's how you get on the list. So, okay, so Scrapbook Live. Today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using my kit from the Wild Hair Kit Club, or the Wild Hair Kits, and they are custom curated kits. So every kit is different. You kind of fill out a style profile, and she sends you lovely things that are in the style of something that you might like to play with. And I have to say, I'm never disappointed. I order one for myself every month. I pay for them myself, so just so you know this. And then while we are live on here today, usually when I complete my first page, we do a draw for a free kit. So that is sponsored by Allison from the Wild Hair Kits, and they're fabulous. I get feedback from them all the time from people that have won, and they're like, I am so happy that I won. That was so awesome because my kit was amazing. And yeah, so I'll show you what's in my kit, what I'm going to play with. We also have the ScrapHappy group is now the host of the Calvin Ball Challenge. So that is ongoing. So I'm finally going to put up some more Calvin Ball points today. I printed off, I didn't get the chance to do the checklist, but I printed off the rules. There's a lot of them. So there's all kinds of opportunities to bring home some points on this page or pages probably that I make today. So first off in the kit, something that I'm always happy to see is a sequin pack. And this one is from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And you can just see how there's so many different things in there. You can see little tiny leaves and stuff like that. And some of them are iridescent and oh, so nice. Wynell says it should be 82 degrees there this afternoon. I know that that's nice because that's warmer than room temperature. Oh my gosh, so good. The sun has just felt really warm for us lately, but I think the most we've got up to is maybe 70. It was 20 the other day, which was incredible. Okay, so here I have some freckled fawn enamel hearts, and those are adorable. And then we have some enamel dots, and some of them are shaped dots. These are from Paige Evans, the pink paisley. Oh, look at the pretty colors. The name of the kit is Wild Hair Kits. So is the link the Wild Hair? Yeah, Wild Hair Kits. Thank you. I think the link is thewildhairkits.com or wildhairkits.com. I'm sorry, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I should know this. If somebody wants to do me a favor and double check really quickly, that would be super great. Hold on, maybe it's on their thing. It's not. So Allison wrote me a note on the back of the little card that's included with the thing. It says, "Hi, Alice. Hope you're toasty warm. It's minus 53 degrees Fahrenheit here today with a wind chill. A great day to be scrapbooking." Oh my gosh. Because I pre-ordered these kits because I was getting behind. Thank you, Samara. So she put in the link. It's at thewildhairkits.com. So now everybody can have that. They're so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is, and I have never ordered stamps yet. I think I've mostly clicked no stamps, but sometimes, you know, I like to mix it up. So here we go. This is a Heidi Swap stamp set. And one of the reasons that's, sorry, I should stop shaking it. One of the reasons that's pretty great for me is because Heidi Swap is like my scrapbooking idol, and she could do no wrong. So her writing is just beautiful, and all of her stuff. This has a stamp set that says life is beautiful. Go where you feel most alive. The word happy is on here. That's a point in Calvin Ball, just saying happy. Loving right now. So many cute things. Oh my gosh, that's really great. Okay. Also in here, there are some journaling pockets from Pink Fresh Studio. Let's have a look and see what these actually are, because that's what we get to do. Yeah. Oh, that's really cute. Okay, so there's they're actually like little pockets where you would slip something into them. Right, is that what you do? You slip your stuff in? Looks like it. So yeah, cute little pockets. Let's see. And some of them you can see that some have foil, different stuff on them. Very cute. Okay, I lost one of them. Oh, there it is. Okay, so pockets. There's also from Pink Fresh Studio, there is some gold embellishment words and stuff, because one of the things that I always put on there is that I love words. So there's lots of great words on there, including the word, I thought happy. Yeah, happy is on there too. So I'll be watching for that. Got to get happy on my page somewhere. There's also, here, I'll do this first. There are some Heidi Swap Color Fresh stickers. These are journaling stickers. So there are different journaling pieces right here. So those are lovely. Heidi Swap Color Fresh. I love that collection. Then we have some 6x6 papers. Now these are great because I actually love to do and gold. And gold. So these papers are great because I like to do generally a pocket page. Whether I think I don't have pictures to do a pocket page today. I just didn't get that all sorted out, but I have other pictures. So I'll probably do 2 larger pages today. But look at these cute papers. These are so cute. And because they're 6x6s, the sizes are a little bit smaller. So when I turn them into pocket cards and different things like that, they translate really well to a smaller size. Okay, and then, oh yes, there is a cut file. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you can see, it's one of those really geometric hearts, and those are super fun and trendy. You're seeing them everywhere. Tracy Fox does a hashtag follow. She kind of curates some of the cool scrappy trends, and I think it's just called Scrappy Trends or Scrappy Trend Watch. Actually, Scrappy Trend Watch on Instagram. If you follow that, you'll see a lot of the cool things that she's putting together, different things that she's seeing. And one of those things that she mentioned a while ago was these heart type patterns. So I can use this. This is really fun for me. Who were the little pockets by? They were from Pink Fresh Studio. So this is fun. And a little die cut. And I don't have an electric die cut machine right now because I'm kind of lazy when it comes to learning how to use them. And I decided that wasn't something I needed anymore. But that makes me have a few options and fun for playing, right? Okay, so let's get to the 12x12 paper and on with the scrapbooking. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, first up, Pink Paisley. This paper is whimsical. Look how sweet. It's looking a little bit dusty blue, and it is a little dusty blue, but I think it's a little brighter than what's showing on the camera, honestly. And then there is a pink stripe on the back. I think stripe paper is still on our challenge, just saying. Then we have some fun geometric paper. And there's cute little teacups and coffee cups. They kind of look like some of them, they have that reminiscent look of the old Corelle ones that my mom had. Like if you look at this cup right here, doesn't that make you think of like the ones that those old Corelle ones? They totally are, right? So cute. Ooh, okay, well, on the back of this beautiful dotted paper from Heidi Swap, this is her Color Fresh paper. Oh, I forgot to tell you the last one. So this is pretty. That's like watercolor already done. I feel like a cheater and it's wonderful. I love it. Here, oh, this one here was from Pink Fresh Studio. Forgot to mention that. Okay, so Color Fresh. This is from Pink Fresh again. Ooh, I love that paper. It has all these little dots and then there's some little sayings on there. And the little sayings say things like present and perfect, shiny, happy people, love goes around, you're able, made for this, all heart, pause this moment, matter of heart, everyday musings, subtle beauty. Oh, and here's the background on this lovely little mint color. This one is from the Color Fresh from Heidi Swap. We got the numbers paper. Mara said, I'm using that exact watercolor paper right now. I did add a small layer of gesso across the middle. Giving me ideas. I really appreciate that. I totally am open to crowdsourcing, just saying. Okay, so number paper on one side, this awesome stripes on the back side. And then back to Pink Fresh Studio. And I have to say, like, I appreciate getting some of the Pink Fresh Studio because it's not one of the lines that I shop for, but it's one of the lines that I actually enjoy scrapbooking with. Like, go figure. Sometimes I forget to get some of those simple patterns because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And then I need things that go with it. So, you know, I'm all about the lights and the bright and the shiny, but I forget how handy having some of the other more simple patterns can be. So, you know, note to self, when shopping, or just keep getting my wild hair kits and Allison will hook me up. So this one is from Pink Fresh Studio, and their paper, oh, it is so thick. If you haven't used paper from Pink Fresh Studio, oh, so nice, so thick. Like normal cardstock is good, but I don't know if you can hear the difference. Okay, so you hear the lightness in the way that crinkles. I don't know if you can hear the difference in that. Like, it's deeper, it's heavier, it's thicker. It's really thicker. Okay, and the last paper is this Echo Park paper, and it is from their I Am Mom collection. And so there's this cut apart paper here, and then there's the minivans on the back. So the minivan mama line and straight out of carpool. But then there's like other things that kind of take you away from that. So there's a mama on the run, make today count. There's like a whole bunch of florals, some stripes, some. So you might look at this paper and be like, what am I going to do with that? And I'm looking at that paper saying, right, this is going to be perfect for this cut file. So super excited about that. And yeah, so we'll move on. So thinking about that cut file, I think maybe that's where I want to start. I'll show you what I have for pictures. This is like the packaging that my wild hair kit comes in. So it's nice and sturdy. Okay, so I think, okay, what do I have for pictures? Okay, I've got two options for pictures. I printed pictures from the other day. My husband had the quad out. We never do this, and this was super fun. We rode around our yard on the quad, and he got us stuck like, I don't know, 3 times. Twice he was able to winch us out, and one time there was nothing to winch onto. But that was super fun. So we just had a good time bombing around the yard on the quad. And then the other night, I went to an event with an Olympic silver medalist curler from Canada, and she won her medal at the games that were held in Vancouver, at the Canadian Games, no, at the Olympic Games that were held in Vancouver, and in 2010. So she's in the middle, and that's one of my friends on the other side. They're wearing her medal. She's like, I'm like, can you wear the medal? And she's like, no, I prefer if other people wear the medal. I'd like to share it. And I'm like, I'm wearing her medal. So that was cool. And I have another picture of me holding it that I printed smaller because that's my thing lately. I like to do a bigger picture and a little picture. So yeah, super fun. Okay. I really like the idea of using this cut file. So I definitely want to plan for that. I'm not sure that the pieces are going to pop out, how well they're going to pop out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my craft blade and my craft mat so that I can cut these a little bit just to make sure I get nice clean lines and I don't have to ruin my cut file. Okay, so craft blade, yes, craft mat. I found it! Okay, I found it. All good. Okay, so it's cut. It's just, it's not falling out, and I don't want the pieces to be destroyed as I pull them out. So I'm just gonna run across the parts that are still attached with the blade. Now, if I was really good, I would maybe be able to use the negative of this as well. I don't know that I'm that good. I'm just saying. So that's okay, right? Y'all forgive me. Okay, so I'm gonna cut out the little, make sure all the little pieces come out of the file first, and then I'll cut the file from the paper, because it's a lot easier to work with it when it's on this bigger thing than cutting it into a smaller thing and then trying to cut smaller things out of that. So just a tip for when you're doing that. Back in the day, my early days of scrapbooking, I did so many projects with a craft blade. You would not believe. I cut lettering. I used to print my words on a computer, like on paper, and then I would cut the letters out because I didn't have like a special machine and I didn't have thickers or anything fancy like that back in the day. So I would cut them out with my craft blade. Yeah, that was crazy days of scrapbooking. Now I'm really happy just to use thickers. And the one day I did like the serif font. So like the serifs are like the little extra bits that hang off the edges. So kind of like here on the rules, you can see that they're not just like a straight down line. They've got like all these extra little bits. And so I did a serif font where I cut it out with craft blade for a title on a page, and I was like, that's the last time I do that. But I guess I had to do it one time to learn the lesson, right? But, you know, it was cute. It all turned out good. It's funny because I can think of it like immediately thinking about this. Tina says, not enough patience to ever cut a title. Dawn says, I used to do that too. Oh, Tina, I'm so glad you made it. That's good. She said, I'm so grateful for the email. I almost missed it. So what I do with the ScrapHappy group is that our ScrapHappy members get like an update email at the beginning of the month, and it has all of the dates of the events, and I try to include all of the links to all of the events in there now too, like, you know, getting that figured out. That's kind of handy if you have everything in one place and you're like, oh, this is my ScrapHappy email for the month that becomes like my connection to everything. Also, we also have the reminder emails. I tend to put the emails out 15 minutes before the event. That gives you a chance to gather your stuff, make sure you're hooked up, get things ready, and then I go live, you know, sometimes on the hour, sometimes like a couple minutes before. I try to go a couple minutes before, but let's be real life always happens. It's when it's like, mom. I have a son home from school right now. And then, you know, I try to remind my husband that right now is not the time to be asking me for all the things that are important to him. So, you know, he's pretty good about it. Okay, so these are coming out pretty easy. I'm just making sure that it stays nice and tidy and clean. And I just love being able to use a cut file because it's not something that's in my regular arsenal. But this is going to be good. I think I'm going to use it on the page with the curler. I think I'll do that page first. And I think this will be really fun to have on that page as a fun embellishment. I know I recently had done a cut file thing, so, you know, I guess it's just where we are right now. And we see them everywhere, right? Jacqueline says, I'm glad you do both because sometimes my silly email doesn't let the 15-minute reminder through until later. Oh, yeah. I know. I guess what I could do when I set up that email, I could just copy and paste it onto the calendar page on our site. If I forget to do that, maybe remind me, because that's something I could do and have all the links from the email right there on the calendar page so that when you're logged into your ScrapHappy account, you can just access that calendar of events and have all the links there. That'd probably be handy, right? And that way, if anything was missing, it's still available to everybody that's part of the group. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Calvin Ball because this challenge has been hilarious. Watching everything going down, the number of points being put up by people are insane to me because I'm like, it has not been my most productive month for scrapbooking, let's be real. But man, just watching and seeing some of the pages put into the gallery, oh wow, like hands off to everybody that's doing it, whether you've got, oh, what was it, 2,300 points, was it, Kathy, last night? I don't know, like, or you have, you know, you got like a couple points on the board. You know, I think I'm sitting at 51 points and I was like, yeah, go me. My goal was to get to 100 points for the month. And I'm hoping that today helps me reach that goal. Okay, last little piece of this, and then I can cut this shape out from the thing. It's just like the little corners that are still attached here, right? Al did a good job. Okay, so that looks great. And then it's just cut around the edges, and I'll just make sure those lines are tidy. Yeah. No, Calvin Ball has been a hoot, and seeing it all happening, and you know, I have to say, I was expecting a little more smack talk because I've heard that this comes with a little smack talk. Misty says, I'm just happy with my 350 plus points. We can just compete with ourselves. Yeah, and I don't, like, for myself, I don't see it like a competition. I just see it as a fun motivation to try to get some more stuff done, right? Like, for me, that's the goal. But man, some people are taking this serious. And all more power to them. So I love seeing it. Like, it's been a joy. My husband, he's like, yeah, you're really into this Calvin Ball thing. I'm like, well, I'm into watching it and running it. I don't know about doing it, but there, that's fun. Okay, all done. This looks adorable and cute. Look at that adorable cut file. by using that. That's on the point list, I'm pretty sure still, right? We haven't lost cut files. I think it was on the permanent list. Okay. Little iced tea. Okay. All those little things. Okay, I think what I'm going to use is this paper here, some of the ones to back in there. That should work really good, actually. Love it. What I will do is trim this. Are there any that are bigger than one? Yes, this one here. I think that's the only other one. Okay, so there's a couple here that are bigger options, and I'll just make sure I use those. Okay. What's on the back? I could always use minivans, I guess, too. Okay, we'll cut these pieces. That should be enough for me to work with. And what I'm going to do is cut them up, and then I can trace them from the back to be the size that I need. Okay, so this is one of the big pieces, so it's going to go on there. And when I cut them, I'll just cut like just outside the lines so that I can kind of fit them in. And I think that's gonna work good. Oh, the little tedious little things that we do sometimes, right? That's gonna be one of those things. Okay, so somebody says, wow, Kim, that's awesome. What did Kim say? Kim says, I have 3 to go to hit 100 layouts. And some of them are paper, which is something for me. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited. Like your point totals, I was like, man, look at her go. It is impressive. Because I think, Kim, you're number 2 on the leaderboard right now. The question becomes when everybody loads their points onto the board. And I was just wondering if at the end, everybody like doesn't load their points for a while to kind of see, you know, like where things are going to be, to try to like psych people out. I have no idea. Like, I'm just super curious. Is there like mental strategy to the game? Oh gosh, this is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna take my little fun. I'm putting these in immediately as I do them because I think that trying to save them for later to stick them all in here might be a bit of a nightmare. So pieces are going to be stuck as I go. Okay, first one done. If there's a better way of doing this and I'm doing this wrong, please somebody save me. Feel free to rescue me. It's like, Alice, that's not the best way. But if I'm doing fine, you're Kim says digital. That's good. Oh, so funny. Kim said I was thinking that too, and digital is the way. Oh, so good. That was just awesome. See, this is why we need to get together with friends to scrap, because you know you get all the good ideas and all the laughter. So.
Yeah, you were saying some people don't load their points in. I haven't counted my points for almost 2 weeks or included them.
2 weeks?
Well, I've been too busy scrapping. And it's a busy time of year. I have, starting the week before last, I have 6 birthdays that I have to celebrate. So
6 birthdays. Oh, yeah. Well, that would
so
mean
afternoon, my friends coming over and we're doing
like, you know, sit, calculate points and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm too busy creating. My friend's coming over for her birthday. We're doing a crop, so we're gonna scrapbook in my craft room. So I gotta get the
Those are
room
good
cleaned up,
problems.
so I have room for all my friends.
Those are good problems to have, Amy. I approve.
So yeah, I'll be bumping my points up in next week or so.
That's good. Watch out, guys. Here she comes. So, has anybody been creating pages lately that have like the song lyrics? Because I've seen a couple, but I know Kathy, Scrappy Kathy, she did one that was called Bright Shiny. Oh shoot, what was it called? Sunshiny Day or something like that. I was like, oh, all the happy people. I can't remember, but it was really cute. And I was like, oh, that's wonderful. Ooh, I wonder if one of these already fits into one of my other spaces that I've created. That'd be easy, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's really close. Okay, good stuff. Let's get that on there. Apparently I can't draw a straight line.
Good morning or afternoon, everyone.
Good morning. I can see you, Diane.
That's good. I can see you. Or it might not be a good thing.
So, what are you working on here today?
I tried a kit from the Wild Hair.
You got
So
a kit.
I'm going to try some a scrapbook, some pictures from last summer when the kids were in.
That sounds good.
Fairly new at this. I've been trying to get better the last couple of years. I just haven't had time. But I will be retiring soon and hope to jump into this more frequently. Plus, I need a craft room built for some organization. I'm all over the place here.
I'm so lucky that I have a room that I can just hang out in anytime that I want.
Yeah.
And not have to clean up all the time. Like, let's just say,
Right.
like, the part that you see is semi-clean. It's like semi-clean, but it's like, it's not a clean room. And, you know, it doesn't really bother me except when I have to show people. Then it's like, oh God, don't look.
Right. No, but that's what I'm looking for. Something that I can just get up and leave and come back and work on whatever project I'm working on instead of having to clean up and look everywhere for my stuff.
Yeah, and I think
I got
it makes
stuff
it
everywhere.
so nice when you can just leave the stuff and come back to it.
Right. So hopefully by the end of the summer, I'll have something.
Well, that will be exciting.
Right now, yep.
You'll have to show it off when you get your space. Like, I do have like a tour somewhere of my scrapbook room. I have to look it up. I know people ask, oh, I think on my regular blog, on my Scrapbook Wonderland blog, under the About Alice section, I think there's a link for the scrapbook room. And it's not like a video tour. It's just like I've got some pictures of the room when it was like super new and clean, which it hasn't been for a long time, but I showed it when it was good. And then I see people like Jennifer McGuire, and it looks like her room is like always clean, and I'm like, man, how does she do it? Like, she's like so creative, and she has a super clean room. Like, that girl just does everything.
Yeah, that's not me.
Kim said that she had used a few. Sorry, I'm clicking the wrong buttons here. Kim said that she had done a few pages that had Christmas word or titles based on songs. Let's see. Susan said that she did a layout with the song Angel by Sarah McLachlan. Oh my gosh, so some good stuff. What is that song? Happy Shiny People, the REM song. That's what the Kathy had done. I'm like, the song has like been playing in my head since I saw her page. And I'm like, how am I not coming up with the right thing? Yeah. Cut files. This, I might be reminding myself why I don't do stuff like this more often. Whatever. This will be lovely, and I'll be so happy when it's done. I'll be like, oh, isn't this great? I'm always happy when I do the big projects that are tedious. Like, I like to have pages that have really good journaling, and I like to have pages that when I look at them, I'm like, oh, that was fun. So, you know, hopefully I get both out of this. Oh, I need to try to maybe remember a system for where I'm sticking these little files randomly, or the little pieces, the little backing parts, because apparently I'm not doing them in any kind of specific order. Like, oh, there's a gap right there, fill that one. Okay, so progress report. There we go so far. It's looking good. Pretty cute. Samara says, seriously, somehow I decided that it was a good idea to cut out all these flowers from paper. Why? Did we still have fussy cutting, or did I take fussy cutting off? I thought I was feeling a little wicked and evil. I might have removed fussy cutting from our thing. Let's see. Shamrocks, leftovers. I might not have, because I think I was partially afraid of a revolt, but I might have just done it anyways. Oh, that's one thing about doing these in the evening, putting up new rules. Fussy cutting. I deleted it last night. There we go. Why? that evil side of me. Amy's like shaking her head, like, Alice, what are you doing? But it's all fun, right? If we just did the same thing all the time, our pages might be like boring or something. I'm just keeping you from letting you be bored. I would not want you to be bored. Yeah. It's good. That's good. My evil side must have won last night, because I knew I was like, I'm on dangerous ground here with this one. But let's see, we still have lots of fun things. Evil queen. Yeah. I don't know. You guys gave me too much power. That was the problem. Yeah, too much power. And apparently I'm no Superman, so all that responsibility and stuff. But I think I gave back like super fun things. Like, what did we do? What did we do last night? I just had to print off like the whole list, because there was no way that I was going to get the thing updated in time today. I had like this pipe dream of getting it done. Baker's twine is on our list from the other day. Clocks, photo corners. Everybody was begging for photo corners. I gave you photo corners on the permanent list. I can't take them away. There you go. Geometric pattern paper. On the torn paper, unicorns. And like, tearing can happen by accident, then you might have to fix that, and then you get double points for that, right? Because you're fixing mistakes. Using fringe, unicorns. Oh my gosh, we've got so many good ways to do our points. So if you're on here, Katrina, hello. If you're on here and you're like, what is this Calvin ball thing that everybody's talking about? Like, what are you talking about, Alice? Then A, you're missing out, and B, come and join us. So we have been doing this challenge all month called Calvin Ball. And to find the links, the easiest is probably easiest to go to scraphappy.org/Calvin Ball, or just go to scraphappy.org and look for Calvin Ball on the menu. And on the Calvin Ball challenge, what we are doing is we are scrapbooking with an ever-changing set of rules. and it's super fun. The rules change once a day, usually. No promises there. And some rules are permanent rules that we get to use all month. So it's like some of our permanent rules are things like use a typewriter font. That's a point. Using music notes, that's a point. Use lace, that's a point. Use teal aqua turquoise, that got added. You betcha, that's a point, because I had a lot of people asking, and I do listen, as I'm not completely evil. And yeah, so we've had a bunch of things, and some of them are temporary. So we might have for a little while, we had using a giraffe or llama. That was a thing, but now that's been deleted. We had hedgehogs on there, and that was on for a while, but now those are deleted because, you know, that's kind of fun. I still have an avocado that I wanted to use on a page, so avocados are still on that list. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm going to use my avocado, and once I use it, gone. Missy says I didn't even get to the llama before it disappeared. So note to self, when you see Alice finally use her avocado, that one's heading out right out the door. Self-serving, 100%. And I'm not hiding that fact, not at all. But no, super fun. It's been fun seeing the ideas of things to add. Missy said not entirely evil, just a little bit. Yeah, it's been fun seeing the suggestions of the different rules that we should have that need to be added. It's been fun seeing all the layouts shared everywhere. So it is all around. It's been a very, very fun event. And I have to say, like, I'm very, very much enjoying it. And people are super supportive. So you post your layouts and then people are commenting and leaving nice comments on them. So it's a very supportive group with a little bit of like, oh yeah, when it comes to points, usually. That's usually where that comes in. Okay, I'm like winning. I'm winning. I'm not done, but I'm winning. Just progress report. It's like, oh, this was a big project. Why did I think I wanted to do this? Because it's fun. I'm just kind of randomly picking some of the little fun designs that I think would make really good backgrounds on this and adding those in here, there, and everywhere. Okay. So yeah, Calvin Ball has been going on. Behind the scenes, I'll give you like a behind the scenes peek of what's going on. I am working on the prompts and getting everything ready for load 519. That will be our layout a day challenge coming up in May. So I'm excited about that because our theme is magic and that is just all kinds of fun. So very much looking forward to our magic theme. And we are, there we go. Also, what else is going on? We have some good Scrap Smarter sessions coming up, and those are really fun. So with our Scrap Smarter sessions, we actually make them available for people to come and join us for the live event for free. And there is a replay available for 1 week afterwards that is also for free. And after that, it's only available for our ScrapHappy members. But if you catch it while it's like either live or free, then for that first week, take advantage of that. We just bring in an instructor to teach us something scrappy and fun. Maybe something we haven't done before, haven't tried before, maybe like improve upon some of those skills that we have. This year in January, we had Melissa Shannon from digitalscrapbooking.com. She was actually teaching us some basic photo editing using Photoshop Elements. And then it was the first time we've had the same person, but we had her back in February to teach us, now that we've fixed up our photos, how do we put those into our digital scrapbooking using the Photoshop elements. And we had some gals on there that they're making digital pages all the time. They use Photoshop or Photoshop elements, and they were still learning tricks from her. And we had like a Q&A session, right? She had like pre-prepped stuff that she actually did stuff right there and showed us during the Q&A on camera. Like people would say, how do you do this thing? And she just answered all the questions. So that was super fun. Coming up, our March session is actually going to be on April 3rd because of timing, but our March session, we have Claudia Azucar from White Sugar Designs is going to come and teach us some stuff for Traveler's Notebook and making fun, interactive journals and books. And some of those tips obviously are going to apply to doing other pages as well. I'm pretty excited because I had the chance to actually look through one of Claudia's books in person and live at Creativation, and they are magical and beautiful and gorgeous. And I was like, hey, I have an idea. So I was really excited that she's like, sure, I'd love to do that. I was like, awesome, because I would love to have you do that. So fun. So she's going to do that with us for the next session. So if you want to come, I think, what is that? Is there a sign up thing? No, I think you just need to be on my regular email list. So the email list that you would have probably got the link for this should work. If not, you need to be on the list, on the main list actually. So just to be sure, you can just go to like the scraphappy.org/subscribe, and then you can be on that list. And that's the exactly proper place to be for signing up. ScrapHappy members get it for free. So they don't have to worry about going to other places to sign up for stuff. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. And then I don't have the date yet for the one in April, but I'm pumped. So guys, I'm just pretty excited. It's been a fun thing. Like, I thought one thing that as ScrapHappy that we haven't done is really work on the educational side of scrapbooking. And so when we added the Scrap Smarter sessions, that was just one way for us to work on that skill level. So that was fun. Oh my gosh, this is looking so good. Okay, did I leave a big piece? Oh, where was the big piece? Maybe I did not. Oh, I know. There was another one down here. Okay. There's a giant one here that needs something. Okay. Okay, I'll just pull this one off of there. Yeah, so that's some of the other stuff that we have coming up. And load is going to be amazing. ScrapHappy members, you can watch for load prompts. Like if you are interested in making a sample layout for our load prompt, like every time we have the prompts. So for the whole month of May, maybe I'll just kind of go through a little bit about load if anybody doesn't know what we do for load. For the whole month of May, every single day we scrapbook, and every day has prompts. Whether you use the prompts or not is completely up to you. The goal is a layout a day. So if you're not using the prompts, do your thing, right? But every day there are prompts that kind of inspire you to tell a story and use a technique. And you can choose one or the other. You can do both. People do all of the above. Sometimes they go off prompt and scrap their own things. They've got their own project they're working on. I've seen people, especially in the February one, see people finishing up their December daily albums sometimes. People finish up their travel scrapbooks during load. So it's just a really good way for you to get a project done. Or if you don't have a specific project that you're working on, you can just follow along with the prompts. Sharon says she's changing tape. That's a point. That's a point. You know that, right? Use up like your tape. That's a point if you're playing Calvin ball. Yeah, so that's been a lot of fun. Just you know, doing the load prompts and stuff like that, like just watching for those. But yeah, so with the ScrapHappy members are always great, and they do sample layouts for that so that we can all kind of see some different ideas. There. This is like hurting my brain sometimes, guys. Yeah, so we'll have sample layouts, and I will have the call in the group. Let's see. Oh, it's Saturday. Yeah, before next weekend. So, yeah, excited. It's all happening really fast now. Okay. I don't have too many spaces left to fill here. That's good. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, okay, someone sharing? Sharing?
Yes,
sharing.
I did this.
Sharing up on the video.
Oh. I had to print while I had you up here. I had to print some pictures on my selfie, the little ones.
Well, that's perfect.
I have a question for you, Alice.
Yeah.
I've got quite a few pages done yesterday, and I just don't have time to get them loaded up. Do you load them on the day to, like, say I loaded them today? Today's the 22nd, or do I go back and load them on the 21st is what I did them for?
Either day is fine, but you can just like write on there and be like, oh, I made these the other day. I think the goal is just to kind of see where we're at and have like a share spot where everybody can share. We could have put them all into one big thing, but I was scared that if something happens to one of the posts that could be a problem. So I just thought it'd be better to have like a daily post. So
okay. Here's the other page that I worked on before we got live that goes with the one I did.
Awesome. Awesome.
And the neat thing about being at a retreat is I don't have the fancy machine. Somebody else did that for me.
It's like one of my best tips. Actually, I have two posts that I wrote years ago on my Scrapbook Wonderland blog. And one of them is what to pack for a crop, and the other one is scrapbooking on the go. And both of those ones, like, I suggest, like, you know, if you're going to a crop, definitely take advantage of the tools and the toys and the stuff that other people have, right? Like, personally, like, if it's not a consumable item, you know, people are generally really happy to share. So sometimes people are happy to share their consumables too, but you know, then we all feel guilty. But using like a tool, like a cutting machine or something like that, or punches, special scissors or whatever, like all of those things make it so fun. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Sharon. So yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, that doesn't fit. Keep trying to fit it. It was not fitting. Oh, this will fit. Yeah, I highly recommend taking advantage of that. Like, I used to have these Mickey Mouse ear scissors. So when you cut your scissors, they actually made like little Mickey Mouse ears. And I took them with me to lots of things because people were like, yeah, I just had like having that little touch of that. Like, who needs a pair of Mickey Mouse ear scissors? Like, I bought them when I was at Disney, right? One time. But most people wouldn't necessarily need a pair of those scissors, but having the access to them for that one project or whatever it was, that was really cool. I think I borrowed them to somebody and I didn't get them back though one time, like not at a crop. One of my friends, I think, has them. Diane says, oh, she lost the video. I think we're still here. We're still working, right? Yeah. I think we're good. Hopefully she can get that fixed. Okay, this is like the never-ending project. It looks little, but then it's not. Okay. Yeah, so traveling to crops, best tips, use other people's stuff. Because it adds so much variety to your book, right? To your pages. And it's stuff that you didn't have to buy, like that fancy thing. Plus, if there's somebody there that really knows how to work the things, then that's really great because now you've got somebody there that can like teach you a little bit about it, as long as you don't like monopolize all their time. They want to do their stuff. Like most people are happy to show you a little bit of something. So yeah, crops are fun. I kind of miss like the fact that I haven't been to a crop for quite some time. Is a little sad. Anybody else have good going to a crop tips? Don't pack the kitchen sink. Like generally I recommend making a kit of supplies because you don't need as much as you think you need. On my post, like the what to pack to a crop post, I have a picture of me and my friend with our luggage cart and everything else. And like I had this luggage cart full and it's just full of scrapbook stuff. Like we had like a little tiny bag for our clothes. Like that wasn't the important thing. We wanted to take all our scrapbook stuff. But I took like one of those what are they, like 8 or 10 drawer Generations rolling carts. Like rolling, they're not like meant for traveling outside of your house. They're just a storage unit that you tuck into a closet and can roll out or something. Like this huge tall thing with all the drawers. I took one of those with me because, you know, I didn't know how to narrow it down. I think when I was at the thing, I made one whole page. One. Like, what was I thinking? But thank goodness, like I attended classes and stuff while I was there. So there was like all kinds of stuff happening. So it wasn't just me failing at scrapbooking for a weekend. But I learned that my idea of what I need to take with me was a little messed up and that wasn't very practical. So yeah, kind of funny. It's funny now. At the time, I'm like, oh, I need all my stuff. I don't know how to pack for this. Now I'm like, girl, you're a goof. But I'd say that overpacking, whatever, it's not the end of the world, right? When you have too much stuff, it just doesn't really make your scrapbooking faster or more convenient by having access to all the things. So I guess that's the downside. You spend more time looking for your stuff. So before you go to a crop, make yourself a kit of supplies and plan to use that. And plan to have time to talk and visit and look at other people's stuff and figure out new tools. And, you know, if you have like a really cool tool, maybe take that and be able to lend it out to people. Sharon says, I always take too much. Katrina says, I used to have a rolling tote constantly packed. Katrina says it's smart to do that. I'm a kitchen sink packer. They make suggestions for your page. Yeah, you know, even when you don't have everything at your fingertips, what I found is that when I got home, I could add anything that I kind of felt like I'd missed out on while I was there. Like, it was like, oh, I didn't have this to use it, but instead I used this thing. I found something that worked. Or I just said, okay, this is where this little bit that is in that cupboard at home is going to go, right? Like, you just find the way to make it work. Okay, literally the last piece, finally, and I can actually build a layout maybe today, not just make a little back heart. Oh, the people that do this all the time, I give you like props, because you know, well, this is a fun thing. I could see doing this on a couple pages, but not all of them. Okay, last one going in here. Woohoo. Okay, it's adorable, it's cute, it's done. Thank goodness. What does Jacqueline say? So Jacqueline says, I pick one project or theme to work on. Birthday, Christmas, mini album, and it narrows it down. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Bonnie says, I'm going to a crop next weekend and traveling by plane. That's a challenge for me. I get one bag for free at least. Yeah, it's tough when, you know, you're traveling. I have been there, done that several times now, and it turns out that I need generally way less stuff than I think I would. If on that trip there's going to be an option to shop at a store, I probably don't need to pack anything in that case, like, because, you know, at the store I'm gonna find extra new things that I haven't seen and that I need to add. Sharon said, I couldn't fly with what I take. I understand that. I do understand that. Okay, so this is good. Now I've got my pictures here with the medals, and I can move this trimmer out of the way. You can't see what I'm working on here, can you? Oh, maybe partially. It's not so bad. Ooh, this is like really pretty paper. Okay, this and the metal. I'm like extremely partial to this other paper, but I kind of like this. And this pink is like pink fresh paper, and this is pink paisley, and those pinks are like, they're on point, man. Like, look how good. You'd think that that is part of the same collection. This is what Allison does for my kids, guys. Like, she just brings all the pieces together and it's like perfect. Okay. I'm gonna trim this. There we go. Very nice, love it. I would need to take extra luggage for my purchases. Oh, Vicky, you and me, we're besties at heart, girl, because I literally had to do that. I went, not last year, but the year before, I went to the first Scrap Gals retreat that they had down in Salt Lake City. And Heidi Swap had just come out with her letterboard. And while I was at the Pebbles store, like the actual Pebbles in my pocket store, which is like related to the Pebbles line of paper, Pebbles, they had it, and I was like, oh, yay. And so I bought the board, and I had only packed like carry-on bags. Like, my bag was not big enough to put a board in. So we went and we bought me a new suitcase. So not only did I buy the board, but I bought a suitcase. But if you'll notice, I use it all the time. So I consider it like a very worthwhile purchase. It was Okay, so I've got this floral paper here, and I've got some stripe, and I know stripes are worth some points, so we're gonna get some of that paper, get some of that on there. Layers with that. I do like this geometric, and it brings a little bit more of the light and white in there, so I think I'm gonna use some of that. And I have to say, like, this is cute, and I liked the cute little corral thing, but this color, that's kind of offensive to my eyes. If that's your favorite color, I'm sorry, but no, like, that's not my favorite color. I love yellow. That's like greeny, yellowy. It actually really makes me think of baby poo. I'm sorry. Like, it's not my color. But, you know, that's why there's like a whole rainbow of colors. Maybe it's somebody else's favorite color. I can handle it in this little tiny dots. It's all good there. Okay, so we're going to create some layers. I'm going to trim out this photo. I'm going to leave a little white border around the edge of it because I might be matting that other one a little bit too. We'll see. Oh, hey, that looks like an Instax, right? Almost, if I shorten it a little bit, it almost looks like an Instax. Right, that looks like an Instax picture. I'm giving myself credit because I'm pretty sure that's on the list, isn't it? Pretty sure that's on the list. Tina says, I make page kits, and if I'm prepared, I'll pick photos and possible sketches with them. I have a big crop in September I need to start thinking about. Ooh, you're planning for a crop that you're going to in September it's still March. It's not even April. I was gonna say in April. In March, man, we got like, because yeah, that's not me. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm leaving tomorrow. I should pack some stuff. Jenny says it takes time. Okay, so this, I'm gonna mat it with some of this, I think that'll work. And then I'm going to use a bigger piece of it as well. Okay, so we got the mat for this. That's fine. Be like this. I don't know. Okay. Adhesive. I have an empty adhesive, guys. That's awesome. Empty adhesive. I feel like I've been doing a bunch of scrapbooking lately. There we go. I have to remember to take that point. These adhesives are pretty long, so I don't run out of them very frequently. And cool. That's how I roll, Alice. Tina says, working full-time outside the home is something I'm still adjusting to. I'm used to having all the time I want to scrap. Not anymore. I'm sad for you. And Diane says, I hear you, Tina. I'm retiring at the end of May, and I can't wait to have the time to scrapbook. I have many years to catch up on. See, I thought I was going to have all the time to scrapbook this year because my kids have, like, my one was off at university and the other had moved out. So I was like, you know, we got this whole empty nest thing happening. I get to do my own stuff. And I find myself sometimes scrapbooking, and sometimes I'm just like playing in my scrapbooking room, if that makes any sense. Doesn't to me really, because it's like, come on, just do the actual scrapbooking. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take this and cut a strip that goes, what is this, 4.5? Yeah, let's just put it on here and see. We're gonna put it right there. There. Ooh, and that's that beautiful floral paper on the other side. Ooh, I'm glad I still have some of that. It's so pretty. And I think I need a little bit more of the white to keep this fresher. So I'm gonna take a strip of this. I need to cut the branding strip off of this. Yeah, so we'll do that. Jacqueline says, I have a crop the first weekend in May and 2 friends are staying in my spare room, which is also my scrap room. That's a challenge. How do you crop and have friends in the room? But that sounds fun. You know, it'll be worth it. It'll be all good. You'd be like, girls, we'll just move your bags so that I can grab more stuff. Besides, like since you'll be like at your place, if it's gonna be like a couple days, if it's a couple days crop, you know you're gonna be coming back to your place and the crop will be over and you guys will be like, just a little more scrapbooking at your kitchen table. That's always what happens. Just a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna add this strip of this, and I really like this paper. I'm gonna maybe make it a little bit wider. So it's that one with this design on it, the geometric stuff. But I think if I put it along here, you're gonna see a little bit of the geometric. But what I want to do is get those fringe scissors out. So I'm gonna get my fringe scissors. Because fringing is on the list, and that'll be point. Okay. And I really liked it. I did some fringe recently, and it was really fun. So, geometric and fringe all at the same time. Whew. But that's the idea, right? With the Calvin ball, it should inspire you to try something different. Something that you maybe don't do all the time. And I'll tell you, these scissors were feeling rather lonely until they came out of the drawer recently. Like feeling unloved. There we go. There. There we go. We got some fringy edges. Looking good. And that's gonna tuck in here. Oh, I love it. I'm really glad I did that. That turned out like so good. Feel like that's good. And we need these words out, and we need some of these things out. And ooh, we got these little pocket thingies, these journaling pocket thingies. So are they just like skinny first? Oh, these are cute. They're like little flowers that are die cut out of this, and they've got like little Okay, so what I'm thinking with this, so there's little flowers die cut on there, and there's like foil ones. That's adorable. So what I'm thinking is that I could turn one of these into like a bit of a tag kind of thing. I don't know if I want to put that in there. But maybe don't know if that's the right color. Minty one, maybe? Single moments make great memories. Ooh, that might be good. Arden. Okay. And that's a little more blendy into the background. Is that too blendy? I like this up higher, so that's not gonna work. The idea of putting this here though, then I lose my Instax kind of feel to this picture. I hate it when the things don't just like magically like show up and it's like, ta-da! Bonnie said, I don't think I've ever maybe used my French scissors that I've had for ages. Ed is used. There we go. I'm good. I understand. I know when I bought them, I'm like, really? Like I could do that with a normal pair of scissors. Like, is this really going to be saving me so much time? But dang, like these are Martha Stewart and they work so good, guys. So in the end, like what was a pair of scissors? I've had to store them somewhere. And that's like the biggest thing. And I have a drawer for storing that kind of stuff. So it's not really that bad. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. Okay. Good. Oh, I could go up a little higher apparently. Bring this closer to me so I can see it. Good. I like that up there. I got on that picture. Okay. I could put this on a thing. That would be good. Okay. So that needs to be matted with something. And then it will make a better little tag. So I can have this on here and I can have a tag, and tags are on the list. So that's a bonus point. So the forced creativity is good for me. Let's see, this paper, no, I'm gonna go into some of these little papers. Let's see. There is this purpley one that actually works really good with this, or else this, but then it's too close to that one. So there's a green. Ooh, I really like that paper. That's pretty. No. So I'm going to use the purpley part of this to make a little tag that this picture is going to go into here with. Good. And it's funny because I actually don't use a lot of tags, so this is like a good stepping out of the box kind of technique-y thing for me. Will this still fit into the thing when it's this wide? Not quite. So make it a little narrower. Now, ooh, it's just tight. Yes. Good. Oh, that's super fun. Okay. Good. And that's going to sit on there. Okay. Oh, I thought I saw a comment come in. Oh, it's taking me a little bit longer to do this first page because of the other stuff. But, okay, this can come right down to there, I think. Good. And then what do I want my tag to look like? take this, trim this corner. And then what I do is when I trim the one corner, I just turn it around and match up this other side. And then I trim that off. Does that make sense? So I'll show you just in case somebody doesn't know this trick. So you got this corner that I just trimmed off randomly. I'm turning it around and I'm going to use it as a template to cut the other side off to make like the other corner match exactly. So that both of the edges look the same. Turn out good. Not that I'm like the tag expert, but somebody taught me that a long time ago. And I was like, oh, that saved a lot, because I can't tell you how many times before that I'd cut my corner and I cut the other side and I was like, oh. And then I cut it again. And by the end, you're like, well, I think I need a new piece of paper because now my tag's only this big. Just trying to make it straight. Okay. That's good. I'm going to put that down in there. Yes. Awesome. And I just need a little hole punch thing for that. And let's pop some of these little bits out. Good. Okay, hole punch is here. Should grab that at the same time. Ooh, and I can put some baker's twine on here as my thing. Sharon said, what a great tip. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad it helps somebody. This is perfect. Because I kind of really hated tags before I learned that one. Okay, let's put my picture on the tag. Yes, baker's twine is on the list. So we'll have to add some baker's twine to this as my little pull. Let's see. I have these ones sitting here. This one's sitting here. Let's kind of see. Yellow, the blue, the kind of corally orange. Oh, I think I'll just use this pink one here. This one was in one of my other wild hair kits, so it's very, yeah, perfect. I think I need like more of it. Is that going to be able to tie? Okay, let's try something. Well, we'll see. Alice's ability to work with fabric has not been exactly like the best thing ever in the past. Let's just be willing to go there and say that. I think somebody has, we had some people covering their eyes when I was trying stitching the one time. Anybody was there for the stitching fiasco where Alice tried to stitch? It was like, oh, this is not good. Okay, but I've kind of just looped this and looped this like in my hand. And now I've got these little pieces here and I'm going to, they're kind of closed. So I'm going to cut the loops open. And so now at the same time, I've got like multiple little frayed ends. So ends, I've kind of looped it all together. So that was cute. That turned out good. Good. So this will go into this little pocket. And I think I'm going to layer it like that, actually. Let's see. And I need a title. Where's my letters and words? Ooh, I want to use one of those. Choose joy, brave, heart, happy, all together, smiles. So there's some good words on here. Not that they're the right words, but maybe I'll take them out and we can look at them more. Actually, that choose joy would be really good because it kind of went with the story that the Olympian told. Her name is Cheryl Bernard. And Sharon says, I have trouble thinking of titles. I know. It's like the number one thing that I crowdsource when we do these sessions is titles. You guys will have noticed by now that it's the number one thing. But I like this choose joy because of the story that Cheryl Bernard told when she was talking. And she talked about how during the 1996 Olympics that were held in Atlanta, Nike actually ran an ad for a very short time because it got pulled, and it said, "You don't win the silver, or you don't win the silver, you lose the gold." And so Nike had ran that ad, and apparently people weren't happy to see an ad that kind of said that, like, you know, you can be proud of an achievement that's a silver medal too, like. So she talked about how when they played their final game, I think it was against Norway during the Olympics, and she threw the rock that didn't get them the point that they needed to win and take out the other team, right? So it was just, she said, like, in that moment, you don't even get the chance to process your emotions. Like, you've just lost the biggest game. You feel like you've let down 30 million people, like all the people of Canada. You know, you've let everybody down in that moment. And, you know, then they whisk you off to the press box and you have to answer all the questions like, how do you feel about letting down all of the people of Canada? And how do you feel about letting down your team? What is it like to lose that gold medal and to throw that bad rock? And like, she's like, it was brutal. Like, it was so hard. And she said one of her team members actually was the person, like, when they finally asked her, like, how does it feel to have Cheryl basically lose her game for you? And she said, thank you so much for asking me that, because we've played this whole season as a team and we've done all these things and we have something to be proud of. And yeah, just hearing that story, it was really impactful. And you know, just having to face that pressure, my gosh, like, insane. But yeah, apparently she survived, and since then she's actually done like lots of things. Like, before she did curling, she had like a really successful insurance business that she'd started when she was like 23, but then she sold that so that she could go into curling head first. And then she ended up like, when she did her curling, like, she was successful with that. And since then she's been commentating with TSN, like our sports network. And then she has actually accepted the role as the CEO of the Canadian Hall of Sports, like, which is huge. Like, and for a woman to be the CEO of that is amazing, and that's a huge accomplishment right there. So yeah, she was extremely motivational to see. But that whole story about just having to face the media right after that loss and feeling that pressure, like, oh.
On that same note, I don't know if anybody watches American Ninja Warrior. Have you ever seen that show on NBC?
I've seen it, yes.
My husband and I watch it, and we always make fun because the first thing they do when somebody has fallen or lost and they can't compete anymore is take a microphone right up to them and try and like interview them.
How do you feel about this? Like,
that's exactly it. Like, to see, you know, these adult people who train, you know, for a whole year to compete in this, And in that moment where they have just lost the chance and to like stick a microphone, and some can hold it together, but others you can just see the emotion behind it, like leave them be, just don't interview them.
It's like, give me a moment to process, right? Like Jacqueline
Oh.
says, I love Ninja Warrior. And like the women that do that, like I'm always impressed with the men, like what they do is amazing. But when you see the women, and like, I just remember when that one video of this one woman was going around the internet, and she was like maybe one of the first one that had won the challenge, like the first woman to win it. And she's like doing that thing where they climb up the wall like a Spider-Man kind of thing. And I'm like, what? Like, and like she just goes and goes and goes. And I was like, just all of those challenges, like, oh my gosh. Now the funny thing is, like, they have that other show that's not like that, but it's like a little bit like that, the Wipeout show or whatever it was. You know which one I'm talking about? My brother actually came to me one year and was like, would you like to go and be on this show with me? Like, let's put an application in together. And I'm like, have you watched that show? Like, no. Oh my gosh. Like, and they hold it in like some country where like you are not going to be able to like sue them when you get disabled permanently for life. And like, you know, like, no, I definitely don't want to go and do that. But the fact that he thought that was a good idea just still cracks me up. Like, really? Okay, so that's good. That's going to go on there. And I will have a little cluster of somethings here. Ooh, if I do a little label spot on here somewhere, I think labels are worth something and hearts are worth something. So those are going to come on here. And the word happy is going to come on here. Yep. I think happy will go on there right now.
Maybe not for this layout, but for a different layout, you can always do because I'm happy. Because that's the Pharrell song, that's lyrics. So that's a good title suggestion.
Cause I'm happy. I love that song. Like when it came out, I was just like, this is my jam. And actually when it came out, like I wasn't running like ScrapHappy yet, like, cause that's more than 3 years ago that song came out, but it's pretty much my life. So it was a very, very good fit. There's like some little, I have on my desk. I must have something like dirty on my desk. Okay, so that's good. And the little heart can come on here. Oh, I don't know if I like that right there. Okay, it's gonna go back on here for a minute. Okay, thinking. Okay, ooh. Let's open these up. Jacqueline said that she loves Ninja Warrior. It's just such amazing thing anytime you see somebody training at like such a crazy elite level like that. Isn't it impressive? It's just like, wow. My son was doing training at, you know, maybe not the highest level of swimming, but like next to it. And just watching the dedication and commitment that you have to put into it, right? Like you don't get to stay up late at night because you have to be at the pool. You like don't get to do like lots of things because you have to be ready for the training like the whole time. Okay, so I'm gonna add a stamp on here. I don't know if I'm gonna make the second page today, guys, but I think that's okay. Oh, I kind of wish this heart was on the other side of this. I guess I could stamp it on the other side. I am the boss, right? I'm the boss of this page. I can choose where it goes. I'm having a hard time lining it up. Maybe I'll have to actually use the guideline. Okay, so that's good. a stamp pad. Need one of those. Ooh, I did this fun thing. So I have my distress oxides all in this little basket. And when I did that, like I was having a hard time because they were always all over the place and I couldn't find the colors that I wanted quickly. So I've kind of split it into 2 halves and I have them separated. And so I've made these little things so that I could have the little foams, and they're just on like little Velcros that I bought at the dollar store. And they kind of just, I designed them to kind of slide in on the sides. So one for each side, and yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. So this does not really have a lot of orange on it, so maybe I'll just do this green. Okay, so stamping on a layout is going to happen. I'm just stamping a little line where I'm going to put my date up here. So that's fine. And I've got a lawn fawn chamois. Just got it wet before we started, so that's handy. What else have I got on here that should just get stamped right onto this page before I move on to something else? I'm going to do this hashtag yes. They're separate, but I'm going to put them together. So, because it was just such a good message. Do we have points for hashtags? Hey, Hannah. Oh, that hashtag is crooked. I think I'll add it separate in a separate step because that might be smarter. So now I can make it straight. Which actually kind of means crooked. Some hashtag. Daniela said that's so cool, brilliant idea. I don't know, which idea did I have? But I'll take all the credit. Thanks. Go where you feel most alive. Life is beautiful. Loving right now. I've got the word happy on here. I'm going to put a little quote of the day down at the bottom because there is like a little quote that's going to come on to the journaling part. Oh, like for the little things? Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. I said come in. Point for running out of photo paper. Least fun point ever, says Misty. I'll add it tonight. Well, it's like using up a thing, right? Using up like an embellishment or supply. I think you can just claim it under that. I'd say that that's already a point, right? Because if you use up a embellishment pack, so like if I used all of the things on here, that would be a point. If I used up my tape runner, that would be a point. Do I need to specifically add it to that? So, you know, somebody tell me. Say, no, it totally falls under the other rule. That's what I mean. Yes, definitely. No, I did that last month during load actually. I thought I had lots of paper because I did have lots of paper, but then I decided to do my December daily album in a day. And it's not exactly a December daily, it's like similar. But because I did the whole project that day, I needed all these pictures and I just stuck them all in and it was great and it was awesome. But yeah, it definitely took up more stuff than I thought. Okay, so that's good. These stamps are super cute. I don't know what I did with the plastic sheet for them because I was careless and they're on my desk somewhere. Okay, moving on. Ah, there it is. Good. I knew it would turn up. Okay, so we've got enamel dots. I've got sequins. I've got room for my journaling. That's going to go here. And, oh, maybe I should have stamped my date on there. Was it March 19th that I met her? I had to buy tickets, so I actually learned what date it was. I did the green already, so I'm going to do this blue. Do we have a point for using a date roller stamp? If we don't, I'll add it tonight. Pretty sure we don't have that. Does it count as stamping? I guess. Do we want it as a bonus point? Extra? So, Teresa says, isn't it strange how you can not move and lose something? Well, for me, it's like just a regular part of my scrapbooking process, I think. Lose stuff on the desk in front of you, not being able to find it. Okay, so choose joy, happy, and I need another little section down here with some of that gold. So that's where I'm gonna stick some other thing. I'll do a little cluster down here. So that's gonna happen, okay? That's gonna happen there. Ooh, label. These count as like a little label thing, right? That would be good. Can I layer these? It's really cute. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. I don't know how well that sticks, but we're gonna go for it anyways. Okay, so now I've got these like 3 little zones of gold. That looks awesome. I've got 3 little sections of stamp stuff, so that looks good. And I think this can just stay as plain on that side. I like that. Got some fringing on here. Got room for my journaling. I need to add a couple more little embellishment thingies, but I think this page is close to done. I didn't use one of these, but I guess it just didn't happen. Do I have these already? I might have these. That's okay. Oh, we don't have butterflies on the list anymore, right? I robbed us of butterflies. What's I doing? Hold it up, Alice. Okay, I will. I will. I will. Just give me half a sec. Stars. We have stars on the list. I know that those are still on there. So I will use an enamel dot that is a star. And oh my gosh, I just heard my tummy rumbling. It was telling me I'm hungry. It is time to eat. Oh my gosh. Okay, these sequins, I want to use them so bad, but oh my gosh, there's little hexagon sequins on here. Okay, so they're like little gold hexagons, which is adorable and also going to be a point. So that's because it's lunchtime. I know I know. I'm 15 minutes to lunchtime, and I may or may not have had breakfast today. I'll leave you to guess. So, normally I would just put a little gob of this glue on the thing, but these are open hexagons, so I guess I'll kind of dot a little bit on here and smoosh it on, and I think it'll make a little bit of a mess, but it'll be fine. It'll all be fine. Okay. And one more. And then I'll use just like one of the regular sequins as well. Yeah, it's better just to smush a little on here, I think. We'll see. And the regular sequin will go right here. So I'm very much a cluster person because that way I don't really have to think too much about how to embellish because that can be tricky sometimes. But just doing a little cluster like this, it's like, ta-da, it's done. Okay. This wants to stick to my hand more than the glue, and the glue is really sticky, so what is that saying about my hands? Okay. Oh my gosh, so cute, guys. I am like loving this. Okay, I don't know what else I can cram on there for points. Rainbows and unicorns and stuff like that, but we'll see. That might happen in the after. So let me hold this up. Here's where we're at. Journaling is going to come in here. It looks pretty cute. I've got like little clusters with my stamping and the little sequin things, and those ones are hexagon sequins. Ah, how cute. And then I've got a little bit of gold kind of smattered around there. I'm liking the feel of it. It's looking good. Now we should do our draw, right? You've managed to be here this long. We have 39 people in the house. One of them is me, so I don't count. So 38 people. And my phone is on my desk, and we just do a random number generator so that we can select a winner. And random. All right, and if it picks 33 or 31, I'm gonna be surprised, but it was doing that to me last week during the load party. I was like, oh dear. It says 23, so let's go to our list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 is Misty. Misty, you are the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, good. There's someone trying to call me. This time I'm going to hit the actual hang up button and see if that'll go away. There. So Misty, congratulations. Misty says, well, that's sweet. Yay. So Misty, I need you to email me at support@scraphappy.org and I will get you hooked up for your prize. So support@scraphappy.org, not .com, .org. So congratulations to Misty, who won one of the kits from the Wild Hair Kit. What she will get is a custom curated kit. She'll fill out her own style profile. So she's not going to get what I get unless she's like, please give me all the things that Alice got. You know, we've had that happen before. And Allison can try, you know, things disappear from stock. But Sherry, are you going to share? Is that what you want to do? No? Okay. Well, okay. Whoops. Okay. Anybody want to share? Show and tell. I have made my page. Ta-da! Show and tell. And I would love to see what anybody else has made. If you want to share, either type in the thing. If you are on digital and you've been scrapbooking along, you can actually do a screen share. If you're going to screen share, the screen share button is at the bottom, and when you end it, it's at the top. You need to close it off at the top, so that's another little thing. But if somebody is waving to me, I can try to put them up on camera so that everybody can see. Anybody wanting to show and tell? Di, or was that you? Were you waving? She's holding stuff up. Okay, I'm putting her up. Can we hear you, Di? Oh, I don't have a thing to put you on mute, so apparently if we can't hear you, then you can just hold it up and I'll talk on your behalf as best as I can, but that's not nearly the same. So we've got Di's page, and you can see she's got some tags, butterflies on there. Ooh, I wonder if she used my tag trick or if that was a pre-made tag. Ooh, is that Simple Stories paper? You'll have to nod for me after because it looks like maybe it is. Live Simply. So she's got bicycles. Oh, I see a few Calvin ball points on there. I know bicycles are on the thing. So looks like it was a fun get together. Bicentennial Park, fantastic company. Yay, well that's awesome. Look at that. And there's washi tape on there. Ooh, I should use some washi tape. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's so good. Thank you so much, Dive. Thank you for sharing. Sorry we couldn't hear you. The wonders of technology. Anybody else wanting to share? Just give me a thumbs up or a thing here. Let's see. Oh.
I'd like to share my layout.
Yay, okay.
All right, so I used that watercolor paper that you pointed out, and I added a little thin layer of gesso to mute it down a little bit. I've got some fussy cut flowers, which I have to tell you, that's my least favorite term ever. I hate that term, fussy cut. I don't know why, it bothers me. I love tags, so I have 2 tags, some stars and hearts and bling, and I totally stuck the little paper clip just on the side there.
Oh, sneaky, that's really good. I love it.
And then as we were talking about lyrics, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So this is my daughter, who's now 16, and she's wearing the top part of a Cinderella costume, a ballet skirt, a pull-up, buggy rain boots, and she's also drawn all over her her leg. And it's probably one of my most favorite pictures, and she's currently glaring at me as I'm telling this story.
We're enchanted by it. You can tell her that we think that's adorable.
I think it's a cute picture. Oh, did you hear her? She said, I think it's a cute picture.
Aw, yay!
So anyway, I went with Baby, You're a Star as her, as the title of the layout. And then I added this ginormous bow, which came in my kit this month. And I'm not somebody who typically uses giant bows, but I kind of figured it just went with the hot mess that this is. So anyway, that is it.
Everybody loves it. They say great outfit, imagination. It captures that childhood, right? That I'm going to wear all my favorite things all at the same time.
Well, the other part of this story, I've actually scrapbooked this picture probably a dozen times over the years, just because it's seriously one of my favorites. But right after this, I took her to her brother's football practice, and my husband was like, why did you bring her out looking like this? And I'm like, she's 3. It just, it's a phase. Like, there's going to be a time where we wish, like our problems were this big. So, yeah.
I 100% agree because, lots of times now it's like, oh, I need to put on some real clothes before I leave the house, right? Like how many times have I said that to myself? And it's just like, why can't I wear whatever I wear all day? Why can't I wear my fun stuff or my hanging out around the house clothes?
Right?
But I refuse to be seen on the People of Walmart website. So, but a 3-year-old takes no flack for that.
No, it's totally cool. So anyway, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Thank you. And it's Samara, right?
Samara.
Samara. Okay. I knew a girl named Samara, so.
Oh, you know, I've only run into a couple of people who have my name.
Well, there we go. I now know too, although different pronunciations. Anybody else wanting to share? This is fun. I love seeing what everybody's been making. This is really good. Your page was like gorgeous, super gorgeous. So she said she called it a hot mess, and I'm like laughing. I'm like, I'll take that hot mess any day. That's lovely. Okay. I don't see anybody else saying that they're dying to share. All good if you are. Okay, well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here with me today. It's been super fun. I love getting our stories scrapped and making the pages and getting crafty. Congratulations to Misty, our winner of the Wild Hair Kit today. So congratulations to you. And if you would like to, you know, do a little few more things where you're getting involved with some people, come and check out the ScrapHappy membership. We do lots of different fun things every month. Scrapbook Live is just kind of an offshoot to something that we do, but we have other events. We host a movie night, not where we watch a Hollywood movie. We watch some scrappy movies, little scrappy video clips, and we talk about them. So it's kind of like a book club, but we watch scrappy videos instead. We also have a happy hour where we hang out together and we will bring on guests or talk about things, or it just depends on the day and the month. So that's always really fun. We have a monthly sketch challenge, and we're actually winning prizes this year from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And I saw the prize kits now, and I'm like, can't wait. So that's really fun. Teresa Smith, they finally came in, by the way, and yours will be shipped to you soon. So she's like, yay, thumbs up, because she's won. Actually, she won our January and our February, so that was awesome. If you'd like to see what people are making using our monthly sketches, we do have blog posts up on the scraphappy.org site, so you can check out that under the blog. The February one is just recently posted as of last night. Hannah says, Alice, you're diabolical. Awesome, I love that. I'll take that any day. I just need my evil laugh. So yeah, and if the whole idea of maybe doing a little bit more of this kind of stuff, join us in the Calvin Ball crop. So check that out on the ScrapHappy site. Come and join us in the Facebook group for that. We do have one more Calvin Ball crop. So next Saturday, we're going to be scrapbooking, I think the same time as this one. And we're going to be scrapbooking again for Calvin Ball. And it's going to be exciting and fun because we're right near the end of our Calvin Ball challenge. So people trying to get in and have some fun. So really good. Oh, Pat says she dropped in late. Helps to see if you're doing pages. I never had the chance to see pages being made. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we had lots of fun. And the replay for this will be up on my YouTube channel ASAP. So really good. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you do some scrapbooking, crafting, get creative, have fun with it, and happy scrapping. Okay, bye guys.